Welcome back. It's the ultimate Cleveland sports show here at WKYC Channel 3. And guys, 13 days till the Cleveland Guardians play their first game of the year. It'll be in Oakland late at night, unfortunately, but we're hoping that maybe the offense will be better. The offense has been lacking the last few years. The Guardians' two top hitting prospects, according to MLB.com, Chase Delauter and Kyle Manzardo. Manzardo was acquired from the Rays last season in a trade for Civale. Delauter was drafted in the first round a few years back by the Guardians. Both are on the verge of getting to the big leagues. Manzardo probably a little closer, but Delauter's had a great camp, and he's hit some mammoth home runs. Jason, of the two, who do you think will be the better hitter in the big leagues?
Well, it depends on your definition of hitter, but to me, it's putting the bat on the ball. And in that instance, it's Kyle Manzardo. Chase Delauter might eventually develop more power. He already has more power, but Manzardo just has a natural hitting ability. Chris Valleca, the Guardians hitting coach, early in spring training this year, compared him to Wade Boggs. And Boggs is one of the best hitters ever in terms of just being able to barrel up baseballs and know the strike zone and have a feel for the zone. And I'll take Valleca at his word and take Manzardo. I don't think he's going to break camp with the team. I think he's probably going to start the year in AAA for a variety of reasons, mostly because of contract manipulation. But I think he will be up sooner than later, in May certainly, and he'll be that first base DH with Naylor, and hopefully it clicks right away for him, because guys with just that natural ability to put the bat on the ball tend to have success right away.
Man, you know what it is, man. You listen, I like Manzardo, 389 right now. I like you know, Wade Boggs is cool. But give me that home run ball. Give me Chase Delauter. Listen, this dude, I think he got 5 home runs already, 6'4", 230. This dude is huge, bro. Like, he is the prototypical power hitter. And for a guy who loves power and for the team that needs power, Chase Delauter, he's a first-round draft pick. The dude has been knocking the cover off the ball, as you can see. And for me, if you're going to have these guys down there and you're going to draft him first overall and he's showing you what he can do with power-wise, I want to see him up here quicker than later. I would like to see Manzardo quicker than later, because I think these two guys are the best prospects they got. And on top of it, they're the best hope for them putting runs on the board. But give me Delauter.
You know, I'm nervous about both of them, because the reality is that the Guardians have not done a very good job of developing their young hitters. I mean,
correct.
Most of their young hitters that were high prospects have not panned out in recent years. So I'm nervous about both. The one thing I'll say about Manzardo, which is why I'm leaning towards Manzardo, is, as Jason says, he's better at putting the bat on the ball. Delauter's got big power, but he hasn't hit a ton of home runs in the minors. Like, it's there. He's a big guy, but he hasn't put it all together. And I know he's hit some exciting home runs in spring training, but I don't care what guys do in spring training.
Right.
You ask any ball player, like, spring training doesn't prove anything. People get excited. I saw somebody, Tyvis sent me a text or a group of text about Miles Straw's batting average in spring training. I don't care what Miles Straw's batting average is, because I know he can't hit. And he could hit 1,000 in 40 at-bats in spring training, and that would not change my mind on the season he's going to have offensively. Kyle Manzardo was developed by the Rays.
Yep.
Who have done a better job than the Guardians of developing hitters. He was ready to go in the big leagues last year, but he got hurt. He doesn't have huge power, but I like the bat-to-ball skills better. I love that sweet left-handed swing. I think they both have a chance to be really good players in the big leagues, and hopefully they both pan out and you've solved some power, because Manzardo's power will come. I think he'll eventually be a 20-home-run guy at least. And Delauter has bigger power than that, potentially. And they could be two big bats. You know, in 5 years, they could be the two best hitters on this team.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, I'd go with Manzardo. I think Delauter is much more raw than Manzardo.
The timing was perfect for that trade. Tampa would not make that trade today. Civale for Kyle Manzardo. They wouldn't have made it in spring training last year. They caught it at just the right time. Civale was pitching really well. There wasn't a lot of pitching available in the market, and the Guardians hit it big, I think, on that trade. That's a trade the Rays don't miss very often on trades.
Yeah.
But internally, I think that's one that they feel like this one's going to hurt us, but they did what they had to do to win in the moment. And they traded Nate Lowe to the Rangers. The Rays have traded guys before that have gone on to have successful careers with other teams, so it wouldn't be that outlandish for it to happen again.
And G's right. We got to get these guys in the majors. If Kyle Manzardo's ready to go, this games that they play, and the Guardians are not the only team to do it, but let's have him in the big leagues, although I assume he won't be in the big leagues when the season starts.